Unbelievable. Just wondering whether I could make my speech next year when I'm a little better prepared. And it'll be short and sweet, I can tell you, because I'm not the least bit prepared. Just counting up then the number of people who've told some pretty big fibs in recent times, it seems to me, not the least of which my wife. I genuinely don't know what to say. I went to a send-off, as John did and a couple of others in the room, during the week for a veteran homicide squad detective called Roland Legg. And I love those turns because they're full of old bushy-tailed detectives and people you'd never see from one year to the next. And from them and their stories over a drink and Rolly Legg's many stories in his fairly lengthy speech, it just reminds you how policemen and women used to get the job done but managed to have a good time and enjoy themselves at the same time, the same as journalists used to. It's just, you know, it's been a real blessing to do something like this for 40 years and get paid for it. And I've enjoyed just about every moment of it, I think. And I've been very fortunate with the people I've worked for and with. The bloke who, one of the people who featured in that those endorsements, Mick Miller, was well, the only reason I pulled up stumps on my career in journalism at that time and went to that police job was because of him, and it was because it was a new job working for him and closely with him. And he's the most inspiring person I've ever worked for, and probably the most inspiring person I've ever met. And I dragged him out of retirement one night last week for a Crimestoppers function, and at the age of 84, he still hasn't lost it, as you might have gathered tonight. I'd thank John, who I suspect might have been the driving force behind this, and for the things he said. I just was growing increasingly embarrassed about him talking about me instead of what he was supposed to be talking about. But it's when my wife said, "You'd better put your jacket on," that I finally jerried what might be going on. Look, you know, police rounds was a great learning curve for any journalist, and still is, I reckon. And we had some great times, and I'm pleased that some of the people I shared them with are here tonight. I don't know about. Thanks for the retrospective gold Walkley, Johnny. I'm just wondering where the cheque got to, but that's why I don't enter the Walkleys anymore. Not that I ever did much, but the Quills, I love the Quills. I'm just terrified that I'm going to. It's really not fair to be done such a great honour and not have the chance to think about what you want to say or the people you want to recognise and acknowledge and thank. And as Dorothy handed me my coat, she said, she pointed up the back blocks there, and apparently there's a team of relatives, including my 89-year-old father, apparently. So. He's, by the way, celebrating today his 67th wedding anniversary, and so's my mum, but I doubt very much whether she's been able to get here, although nothing would surprise me the way this is shaping. it's always been a bit of a... Oh, there he is. Good on you, Bobbit. It's always been a bit of a mystery to me and others why you would choose to get married on April Fool's Day. Apparently it had something to do with army commitments. That's his story anyway, but I suspect that, I'm sure, despite Terry Brown and Bob Maguire's best efforts this morning, I suspect that I am the ultimate April Fool today, and I couldn't be happier about it or more honoured. And I've enjoyed every minute of it, as I said, and I might have to get my ass into gear and write a decent story next week. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the night. I'm sure I will. Thank you.